Singapore is well known as the melting pot of Asia. With a population of over 5.5 million people as of 2015, it's home to a diverse range of people from various cultures and backgrounds. With these statistics, one will definitely encounter people who are unusual or out of the norm. To take it a step further, one may also be involved in a relationship that is unusual or out of the norm. This documentary will explore why some youth decide to pursue a relationship that isn't common or expected. What kinds of challenges exist in their situation? How do they maintain their relationship in spite of the odds?
Thank you. My name is Donovan Michael Thomas. I'm 25 and I'm Eurasian.
My name is Mary Claire Abraham. I am 24 and I'm an Indian.
I'm Clayton, 23 years old. I'm Taiwanese. My partner is 31 years old. He is Australian.
我叫浩宇，今年27岁，来自新加坡。
我叫赵文，今年20岁，来自中国。
We've been seeing each other for 8 years now and we've been engaged for 6 months. The first time we met was maybe 10 years ago.
Street soccer court with her rollerblading with one blade, one side of her blade.
We met through Grindr. It's like a gay version of Tinder.
第一次遇见赵文是我们出来吃饭，然后我就是一个朋友聚会这样的，然后我就看到她，就觉得这个女生还不错。
The first thing that interests me was that he was very mysterious. He was a man of very few words.
She was always so talkative, like always talking, but her stories were also interesting at the same time.
The thing that interests me most about him is that he has a beautiful apartment. That really attracts me. The apartment.
浩宇算是比较主动一点的，然后我们就认识了。他和我哥关系比较近，所以能够搭上话。
We had very different personalities. He was more an introvert at that time and I was more an extrovert. There was a lot of clashes in terms of personality.
The first time we went out, we already started arguing, and it just continued from there.
We had sufficient issues of our own in terms of like a personality difference that we needed to overcome. That racial seemed like a secondary issue already. It was more we had to figure out how to get along first.
I don't really meet people on there, so I think another thing that makes me want to meet him is that he is very persistent. So I decided to, okay, sure, I'll just give one try and see how it goes. We met each other first mid last year.
I had like trust issues and I was also a very stubborn person. Most of our arguments revolved around like trusting each other, communicating, because he wasn't a big communicator and I like to express my feelings. So I had to half the time guess what he was thinking at that time. So these were like the main issues that we had.
After that, we didn't really keep in touch anymore. At that point of time, I don't believe that he is into me. I thought it's just a one-off thing, so I don't want to carry on, and that's why I ignore him.
I introduced him to my parents in church. It was, I think, during Christmas. I think it was Christmas Mass, and I felt it was a safe ground because they cannot scold me.
A birthday at my grandmother's house. I brought her to go and meet them. So it was also fine, I guess, because they don't really know her. Only later on, I would say, then when they found out, like, oh, she's Indian, that was when it all began. Why this? Why not choose a Chinese girl?
He was like the bad boy that I was going out with. And I have 3 brothers who are very protective. So it took him a little while to get their approval.
A little while is an understatement. I would say it took quite a few years actually for them to accept me. But for my family to accept her, it also took actually many years.
一开始我的家人可能就会觉得你的女朋友会不会太小了？我说就还蛮好的。带赵文去见过我父母之后，他们就觉得这个女孩子还蛮懂事的，蛮成熟的，就还。
因为我家人还没有见过浩宇，我家人在中国嘛，还是有一点不放心吧，毕竟我一个人在这边，所以他们肯定也是希望先能够看到你，然后多了解你。
What my family would do is like, hey, we have an outing, why don't I introduce you to this other person and all.
But I suppose another thing that added on to it was that we weren't very happy in the relationship in the first place because we were having so much of conflict. Adding to the racial difference was also the personality difference.
我们遇到最大问题就是赵文想让我跟他回国，然后我想让他待在这边。
然后我也觉得最大的问题就是以后在哪工作，然后在哪生活这个问题。因为我也想要一份就是自己满意的工作，我也想和浩宇待在一起，我也想能够就是和我的爸爸妈妈在。如果我嫁给浩宇了，我可能长期会待在新加坡了，我就没有办法经常看到我的家人。我家人可能觉得我一个人在这边也会有很多担心，我没有办法。
We stayed together till about 2.5 years. From the time we started, 2.5 years. Then I called it off because I wanted my freedom, and then it wasn't getting along with the family.
They took it quite hard because my mom especially, because they saw how broken-hearted I was at that time.
For her side of the family is if you're in a relationship, you be in a relationship. It's not a hi-bye thing. So I guess when I called it off, then it took a really long time for me to earn their trust again. After about a year later, when she and I got back together, then what actually pushed us to where we are today is we saw more of it as a relationship more than just like if it's just about racial, then I don't think that's a good enough reason to actually stop seeing each other.
We see each other again this year in March. And that is when things start to pick up again. Then we start to see each other intensively, and that's when we start going out together. My perception regarding him changed with time. How he showed that he trusts me in a very big way is that he goes to work in the morning, and so I have afternoon class, and he simply just left his house to me. Like left a note like, oh, there's things in the fridge, things like that. You don't just trust your house to a stranger.
Personally, for me, was that I know he had a good heart. I think despite the differences, it was his heart that brought me to him. That's why I didn't mind giving it another shot. Yeah.
For me, I would say the reason why I chose to stop it at first, but then during the time apart, right, like I felt like I didn't really give it a chance. I really didn't put in the effort that I should have. That was the thing that was going through my mind. So I thought, okay, you know what? If I go back into this relationship, I will make it work, be it with my family or with my friends or with her family.
Problems start to arise in this relationship when he mentioned that he will need to leave Singapore for work permanently. Distance is an issue, time is an issue, and I think the biggest challenge is to really keep in touch with each other and keep each other up to date of what are you doing. Because if you don't have the interest for that, then it's very hard to keep that going. There will be times that if he's traveling, it will be a bit hard for me to keep track of where about and the time zone.
They were quite hostile to him when he came over, for instance. They wouldn't like smile, they would just give him a very stern look, kind of like to scare him off.
They wouldn't even invite her. Like they will ask me, you are invited. But then I know that it just means me. It doesn't mean me and my other half. It doesn't mean me and her. That's how they didn't accept us. Like even going to our house used to be an issue because having lunch, right? This fella, Angmo, Eurasian, what? You cannot eat with fingers, must eat with fork and spoon. She said my family is very open. So it's a lot of talking. They're very open with the language as well. But for her side of the family is the way you speak, the way you say things, you have to be proper about it.
Yeah,
so yeah.
They're more conservative.
More conservative, yes.
I think I figured out my sexuality in age about 17, 18 years old. That is when I think I'm attracted more to guys than girls. I haven't let my family know about it, and I think it's for their own good if they don't know about this for now. Let's say today I'm out to my family. How am I supposed to introduce him to my family?
We had to open up our channel of communication first. That was the first step that we took. And in terms of understanding each other, for example, the way we express our emotions or the way we express our feelings was like, I'm more sentimental and I would do that for him, but he is more practical. You see, so the way we express the emotion is what we wanted for ourselves instead of considering what he wanted.
But I do have the intention of telling them about it actually. I think my mom will accept it pretty okay. Dad, I'm not so sure. So I plan to tell my mother at the end of this year. So I've been talking to like a couple of my very close friends, which they know about me being gay, and I've been asking them about their opinion, like how should I do it, and I also asked my boyfriend how should I do it. So I think that is still something that is planning in progress.
Like when we started, our differences were I mean to us was quite big. Once we hit the honeymoon period, which was like maybe 2 years ago, that's when we started to say, okay, you know what, maybe we should put our differences aside. We should accept one another for who we are, for what we do. And our family, they should accept, we should make our family understand. So the steps that I took was to reassure my family that what I'm getting into is not like just not for fun, it's not to be rebellious, but is really what I want at the end of the day. Accepting her family, the cultures, the way they do things, like wearing their costume for certain events. Also, I had to learn.
We're planning for me to go over to Australia at the end of this year. However, we have a second thought on that, as there will be family there and there will be children around. So there is, I mean, nothing wrong being gay, but that is definitely not something you want your children to know when they are 5 years old. We don't want to cause any drama, and that is why I think it's kind of like a mutual standing between people.
I mean, she and I got together at a very young age. She and I got together at maybe 17 going to 18. Okay, for her would be 16, 17. So because of that, my dad wanted me to know more girls. But now I think like my dad understands that it doesn't really bother me. I made my choice already.
我也觉得应该是会继续走下去。如果不要继续走下去的话，根本就没有必要考虑这些问题啊。对啊，就只是玩一下，或者是就该想玩腻了分手就好了。我觉得如果我们已经在考虑这些事情了，是说明我们是真的想在一起的。
Biggest sacrifice that I had to make, right, was I had to change my whole personality. I had to think differently. I had to act differently. I couldn't be like how I was before.
I fly to Europe twice already within 3 months. That is, and I'm only a student, so that is definitely something that is big. He helps out too. You need to be really transparent about, where you are standing in the financial situation.
He's a gamer and I'm a sporty person, so he spends hours on the computer, and I want to get out and play soccer and play games, and so it's really trying to find interest in his interests.
I used to be very quiet, I don't really like to talk to people. But then after the years gone by, yeah, I think now I think she has influenced me to be more talkative. Yeah.
And I think I have mellowed down a bit more on the other side, and I'm definitely more open-minded.
我觉得应该是他把烟戒掉了。就是刚开始认识他的时候，他是抽烟的，然后我觉得烟瘾算是比较大的那种。然后后来就是觉得为了他身体，就为他健康着想吧。然后我觉得把烟戒掉比较好。然后我觉得他烟瘾比较重，那他真的就一点一点的把烟戒了。
I think when you are gay, you sort of like in your mindset is kind of like a natural instinct. You know that you're not supposed to hold hands because some other people might not be able to accept it. Even though people nowadays are very open about it, but still we are in Asia. We don't hold hands, we don't hug each other in public, and it doesn't cause any problem or barrier with us.
Yeah, our family is actually quite supportive. I mean, my mom and dad are, once we settle down, once we start our own family, they also like to come over, because my mom is only interested in having her grandchildren.
I think it's kind of like the mindset that, you just, you are happy with who you are with. It's good enough that your close friend knows about it and they are happy for you and they actually accept the choice you made.
这个是我觉得我非常感动的一件事情，就是我觉得我最感动的一件事情，因为这个我觉得浩宇是一个还蛮有毅力的人，因为你有多少年？有10年烟瘾了吧？有吗？有10年，你跟我讲有10年了对吧？他讲他抽10年了，然后说戒就戒，就是因为我们在一起不到2年嘛，就。
2年
快到2年了，
还有几
个月，对，然后就戒烟也就只花了半年的样子吧，就半年，10年的烟瘾，半年就戒了，我觉得真的挺厉害。
I think we had to believe in our own relationship before we could convince anybody that we were actually serious about it. So once we took that step in resolving our own issues, and those around us saw that we were actually happy in the relationship, they were more accepting. When I'm with him, like coming over for lunch, family gatherings, they basically wash their hands. They know that he's going to be taking care of me now. And so that is their way to express that, you know, hey, I trust you with my daughter and I approve of this relationship. So, you know, kind of don't mess it up.
For my family, I would say for my dad, he is more accepting to it in the sense that he will talk to me about it every day, like whenever he's free. But that shows me that he actually bothers about it now. Like he will say, hey, you know what? Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you plan ahead. Make sure you have everything.
I think you will just come to a stage where you just suddenly it click in your mind. You just say, okay, this is the guy, and I want to be with him. It's going to be hard, and I'm fine with it. Friends play a part as well. You know, having very supportive friends, it really contributes to the whole thing. It helps you to get through, let's say, lonely moments, like moments that your boyfriend isn't around.
然后这个应该以后可以慢慢的解决，看要怎么决定。现在目前来说，一下子就说要决定去哪里有点难，太快了。因为他还没有毕业嘛，毕业找到工作了，可能就可以在这边安顿下来。
In terms of plans for the future, we're getting there. Or planning next year.
Wedding next year. We also plan to go overseas together.
I'm graduating next year, and it depends on whether I'm staying or I'm going somewhere else. At the same time, his overseas assignment ends next year as well. So it will be a year full of changes for both of us. So that is something that we've been constantly talking to each other about our plans and about our options that is open to us. So are we going to move to a place together, or are we going to keep this still a long distance thing? The uncertainty is definitely there. So I think it's just how you deal with it. Do you go gaga over it and make the fuss of it, or you face it and you talk to each other calmly and try to list out the option you have and try to figure out a way to face this together?
At the end of the day, it goes to being committed. It's really being committed to the relationship and being committed to making it work. Because I think if it wasn't for the hard times that we've had in the initial stages of the relationship, we wouldn't be where we are today and accepting of each other.
就希望可以早点毕业，然后我们就可以决定一下往后的路怎么走。然后当然希望我们可以在这边组建自己的家庭之类的。但是如果要去别的地方，也可以商量一下，看一下怎么走。
We've been together for so long, and no matter whatever you throw at me or you throw at her, I will still make this decision.
I think it's just you are really into someone and you are ready to go the distance, like literally going the distance. It's definitely all worth it in the end.
What we realize is that it's not every single day you wake up to like butterflies in your stomach and you look at him and you're like, oh my god, he's the love of my life. There's some days that you want to smash his head through a wall, and I mean, likewise, I'm pretty sure he wanted to throw me down the block.
会选择继续走下去，因为我爱他呀。
Whatever plan that we have, as long as like it's with her, I'm really happy. I have no complaints about it. We have
Racism, prejudice, scrutiny, or criticism, both from the public and family members, can be overcome. It takes dedication and commitment to overcome the struggle, but it seems the results are worth it. After all, who doesn't like a good love story?